Are you ready for some more energy? Yeah. All right. Look at what happened when we went and we met up with Mel Sterling.
Your cell phone is off?
Yeah, my cell phone is off, of course. I'm Mel Sterling from Brooklyn, Crown Heights to be exact. Born and raised. Oh, that's my phone.
You're fired, bro.
I was one of those special Negro kids. Had my dad my whole life. It's my dad, my mom. They're still married. They've been together for like 44 years. I definitely believe I get my funny bone from Mom Dukes, because my mom's is hilarious nonstop all the time. I got in trouble a lot in school because like I was snapping on teachers. Interrupt the class all the time. So I didn't graduate.
Joke's on you.
Joke's on me. Joke's on me. When I was in college, I would go to the basketball games and I would sit in the middle and snap on the other team. And I would have maybe about 40 or 50 people around me dying laughing. And that's when I really started getting the bug like, yo, I could probably do this. Yeah, it's orgasmic, baby. From Eddie Murphy, dude, like when I seen Raw, like I'm watching this dude got a whole stadium rocking. I said, I would love to be able to do that, just without the leather.
All right, and here he is, y'all. Stand up for the kid, Mel Sterling, everybody. Keep it going.
What's good, everybody? Can y'all hear me? All right, well, damn, y'all look good. You know, nice and employed. Everybody's looking good. Yeah. Well, while I'm up here, I figure I'd talk about crazy people, for instance. You know, like, a crazy person is always the last person to know they're crazy. You know what the first thing a crazy person's gonna tell you? I'm not crazy! I am not crazy! Sure the fuck you are. If you have to qualify that, then you crazy as shit. But I have a lot of experience dealing with crazy people. Trust me when I tell you. I was in a 4-year relationship with a complete psychopath. And I'm talking, shorty was 730. She had the whole multiple personality disorder working. Yeah, and if you're like me, you're wondering, you stayed in a relationship with somebody that's a fucking maniac for 4 years? Like, who the fuck is really crazy? And those are really good questions, which I have a better answer for. I'll educate you people on something if you didn't know. Sex with a crazy woman is nothing short of a spectacularly magnificent event. And shorty, she was no different. Oh, her sex was amazing. Oh, it was like an out-of-body experience every time. She used to have me like, when I would come, I would be, I feel that shit from my hair to my toes, you know what I'm talking about? And then like my friends, like people, like my homegirls, my really good friends was looking at me like I was crazy, like, what the fuck is this girl doing to you? Like, what the fuck does she do? And I'm like, oh my God, she's so awesome. Like, I can't put my finger on one thing she does, but she does everything so good, like really good. She's a goddess. I love her. And my homegirl's still cracking on me like, no, I don't want to hear that. Because, Mel, I do everything. And I don't have men acting stupid like your ass is acting right now. And she, snatched me up from my cloud and had to put her on the game. Because clearly she's not listening. And I had to tell her, sis, just because you do everything doesn't mean you do everything good. There's a difference in the two, trust me. Case in point. Sure, I would like to get my dick sucked. But what I would love is to get my dick sucked good. You see? There's a difference. Those two are mutually exclusive, right? But my sister, she's continuing this theme of not listening. She's like, oh, no, Jamal, you got to tell me one thing that this woman does that no one else does. And I'm like, all right, sis, you reaching now. I'm not trying to tell you all my sexual business. Relax. She's like, oh, no, fuck that, we grown. And besides, Mel, I seriously doubt she's gonna tell me something that I haven't done anyway. Still not listening. Didn't I just tell you this fucking woman was a goddess? I said, okay, I'll tickle your fancy. I'll tell you something that this woman does that no other woman does. So I'll invite her over to my house. She'll come in, she'll lock the door behind herself, grab me by my hand, walk me to my couch. When we're in front of my couch, she unbuckles my pants, drops everything to the floor, baby, drawers and all. And she hasn't even said hello yet. You feel me? She'll sit me down on the couch, get on her knees, and go to work. And I'm talking about serious porno star work, hand action, all the sound effects. She's like, Tears. And then she's going to work and handling her business until I pop. And when I pop, she don't stop. When I pop, she don't stop. And keep going. Taking up all that baby gravy. And keep going till I get hard. Repeat. Hand motions. Sound effects. More tears. And keeps going until I pop again. So then I asked my homegirl, is that something you do? Let me answer that seemingly rhetorical question for you, sis. Of course you don't do that. You don't have the jaw strength of a fucking maniac. Only a maniac is gonna suck your dick that long and be that efficient while doing so. And that's a good thing for you fellas. The next time you get some really good head, you got some maniac jaw. But the messed up thing about maniac jaw is it usually comes with a maniac.
What actually made me go up and do stand-up was one of my friends, this dude I was cool with in college, my man named Q, he was actually like hosting and producing comedy shows. So I go to check out his show, and one of his good friends, he let him have like 5 minutes, and he was abysmal. Like he was terrible. I was like, I'm funnier than that. So I told my boy Q, like, yo, listen, next time you have a show, can I get 5 minutes like that kid? And that was it. My comedy style is more of like a storyteller. What I want my comedy to do, I just want it to come off like I'm sitting around talking shit to my friends. I'm usually in control. I'm usually in control of my emotions. I'm usually smoothed out, with the help of my marijuana, of course. With this performance that's coming up, it's consuming my mind. You know what I'm saying? It's just nerve-wracking. My biggest fear is just forgetting my place, like forgetting my jokes or not having the timing right. Like, I just want to be able to do what I know I can do.
Now listen, I was with this girl for like 4 years. I could talk about her all night, but I won't relive that. But I'll give you my 2 favorite top stories, right? My 2 top stories in psychosis. So, both of these stories center around her insane level of jealousy, right? There's levels to this shit, right? The first level had to do with the fact that she didn't like me liking celebrities. So one day, we're laying in bed, naked. We just finished having some of that incredible sex I just aptly described to you guys earlier. So as you'd imagine, I'm feeling really good. So good, in fact, a commercial comes on, and I see Beyonce, and I love Beyonce. And I'm like, oh, God, look at Beyonce. She's gorgeous. I love her. This fucking maniac starts screaming at me like Beyonce's my ex, like, the fuck you mean you love her? You don't love her, you love me. Do you fucking know her? Do you know her? No? I don't know her, not personally, baby. That's Beyonce. She is no threat to our relationship. What the fuck is wrong with you? She's like, what the fuck you mean she ain't no threat? So you mean to tell me if Beyonce wanted to be with you, you would leave me and be with her? Yeah? Of course. Kind of stupid ass question is that? Yes, I would leave you to be with Beyonce. Why would I not let her upgrade me? What kind of dumbass question is that? But that's not gonna happen. Beyonce is not leaving Jay-Z to fuck with me.
You know, people have these grand ideas for stadiums. Man, I would just like to see my fucking name in lights at the Beacon Theater. If I get to the Beacon, I could get anywhere, brother. My ultimate plan to make that happen is to first and foremost stop being a pussy and just get to it, because this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Period, point blank. If comedy's done one thing for me, it's shown me that things that you like previously thought were impossible, they're not impossible. You know, like, it can be done. Once you get past yourself, it can be done. I am Mel Sterling, and I am deliriously raw, but I use condoms though.
So the second part, the next level of her jealousy, centers around, like, she always had this shit where she thought I was cheating on her, which is so insanely, so preposterously absurd. No one was putting it down with like her. I was never gonna cheat on her. And like I told you earlier, she had that whole multiple personality disorder shit working with her. It's like I was fucking with 3 and 4 chicks any fucking way, so why am I cheating? You know? Listen, baby, she was high grade reefer in a land full of Reggies, baby. You know? So one day we get into an argument. I'm on the phone with my aunt, she's claiming I'm on the phone with a girl. And that pissed me off. So I hang up on her and I just watch TV. I'm watching videos, waiting for my game to come on. So I get this loud ass knock on my door. She shows up to my house. I look out my window. So she's sitting there banging on my door. And that shit is pissing me off. So I say something that I know is gonna piss her off. I'm like, hey, cut all that fucking racket out. I can't hear Beyonce on TV. What the fuck did I say that for? She stopped banging on my door and started banging on my window. She's like, boom, boom, shh. I go over to my window and then she's bleeding on her wrist. She's like, let me in. I'm fucking bleeding. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. You broke my window. I ain't letting you in. She's like, I don't give a fuck about your window. You better let me in or I'm gonna take a piece of this glass and eat it. Oh, really? Eat the whole window. Cut your fucking stomach out. You just broke my window. This maniac proceeds to pick up a piece of glass, put it in her mouth. I run outside. I tackle to the ground. I take the glass out of her mouth, cut the shit out of my finger. My finger is bleeding, but I don't give a shit about none of that. My only concern is that throat. That is a very valuable throat. She works miracles with that throat. And that's the first thing I say. Baby, did you cut your throat? Did the glass cut your throat? Is everything okay with your throat? Listen, guys, that's my time. I'm Mel Sterling. Enjoy the rest of the show, guys.
Keep it going for Mel Sterling. Look, they're leaving right now to go suck a really good dick. I'm just playing. That's somebody's mom's.
Oh, it was awesome. It was kind of shaky at first, but it was awesome, man. Like, as soon as I got into it, man, it was like you could feel like all the work I put in paid off, man. You know, it was a lot of rehearsing. It paid off. I was flowing up there, it felt like. I kind of fucked up a little bit, a couple of parts, but could have been better. This is nerve-wracking. Just thinking about having to rehearse makes me nervous. But it's not that bad. Like, I'm making a monster out of a kitten. Like, this whole crowd is set up for me to win. There was nothing to be nervous about, you know? But I still was, you know? This is something I could do. This is something I could possibly end up being great at.